Hello, everybody out there in stamping land. Barb here with barbstamps.com. And it's Thursday night. It's time for a free live stamping class. So it must be 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, and 7 Eastern. Because that means I'm live on YouTube for, like I said, a free stamping class. The class will be about an hour long if you're brand new and have never seen me before. And hopefully you'll enjoy what I make. So I hope you all have had a fantastic week. Oh my gosh, time just goes by so fast, you guys. I can't even, it's like, I feel like I was just here and I just got done being live. And now here I am again. It's crazy. Yeah, but I have something kind of exciting to share. You guys know I have been complaining about this crepey, icky skin under my eyes for quite some time. And it's really been an issue for me and I don't like it. And I have been trying multiple eye creams to try to make it look better. I think I found something and I'm pretty excited about it. I've been using it for about 2 weeks now. I use it at night and in the daytime, in the morning. And I got it because, and I've mentioned this gal before to you guys, there is a channel on YouTube called Hot and Flashy, and it is a gal, her name is Angie, something or other, and she is just about 60 years old. You'd never know it by looking at her. She's a beautiful woman. She does the most amazing, she does like skin tutorials and makeup tutorials and hair, and for people that are a little older, you know, people that are hot and flashy, which I am. So I've been watching her for quite a while. She does like style hauls with clothing, just all kinds of things. And so I have done some of her makeup tips. I've watched her for a long time. So anyway, when I decided I needed to try to find something, I thought, I wonder if she has talked about anything for, you know, under eye problems before. And now I don't know specifically if she talks about this product for under eyes, and I have no affiliation with this product. I am getting literally nothing to tell you about this. I'm just telling you about it because I've talked about it before, and I'm sure a lot of you guys suffer from the same problem. Anyways, just to make it quickly for you, she has done a lot of research on these products. This is a vitamin C serum, and she's done a lot of research on vitamin C serums, and they have to be a certain pH in order for them to be able to be absorbed into your skin, number one, and something else, and I can't remember what it is, but she's got all the science. She talks about it in the video. She's talked to a dermatologist, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this is what it is. It's called Timeless Skincare, and this is a 20% vitamin C, ferulic acid, and vitamin E serum. So it's almost like a oily kind of thing, but not super oily because it does blend into your skin really nicely. But I've been using it for about 2 weeks now, morning and night, and I think I'm actually seeing a difference. And another problem that I've had with under eye creams is that they like burn my skin. I've tried multiple things and they like burn my skin and my skin gets irritated, and this does not do that to me. So fingers crossed. I wanted to let you guys know. It's called Timeless Skincare. Their website is timelessha.com. And like I said, I'm not affiliated with them at all. She does have a discount code under her video for this product where she talks about it. So if you want 20% off, go to her videos and get it. So I wanted to share that with you guys because so far so good, and I'm very happy about it. Okay, she is also the gal who talks about, this is where I got this t-shirt, this big medallion t-shirt, excuse my boobs, but I love, this is one of my most favorite t-shirts. I have it in 3 different colors, and she talked about it one time in one of her style hauls, and so I bought the blue one, and then I bought the gray one, and then I bought a pink one. So I do have those linked in the description of this video if you're into just a nice soft t-shirt, short sleeve, scoop, or just a regular neck. I think this is a crew neck because I'm not into v-necks. I'm not into scoop necks. I just like a standard old t-shirt. Anyways, there you go. So I hope you guys had a great week. I have a teeny little funny story about my son. I think you guys know he's got multiple vehicles. He's 19 years old and he has 4 vehicles. What does a 19-year-old need with 4 vehicles? I have no idea. But his latest vehicle, he wanted a car because he wanted to be able to drive. A friend of his just moved 30 miles out of town, and so he wants to be able to drive back and forth to his friend's house without using a ton of gas because his truck is a truck and it uses a lot of gas. So he bought this car for like $200 from a friend. He's done a few things to it to fix some things that were wrong because he's pretty handy. He can fix anything. And so he went to get his license plates yesterday for the vehicle. And he came home and I said, "So, how'd it go?" He says, "I cannot believe this. Those license plates cost more than the car." He paid $200 for the car. The license plates were $250. And I just had to giggle because that's more than my husband's truck. My husband has a big black extra cab truck that hauls our fifth wheel. And this car was more to license than his truck. And the car is 5 years older than my husband's truck. So I was just like, what the heck? So I figured it out. Sheridan County, Wyoming, they take the original factory price of the vehicle. In this case, this car was like $50,000 in 1999. It's an Infiniti 20. Never heard of it before. Had no idea that in 1999 there was $50,000 vehicles. So they take 15% of that, and then that is their cost basis number, whatever that even means. I don't even know. And then they charge you 3% of that. So 3% of that was like $216. And then there's a $30 fee that goes to the state of Wyoming for $246. That's what he had to pay to license a 1999 Infiniti 20. So, whoa. So he's not too happy about that. He thought it might be like $100 because my daughter has a 1999 Ford Taurus. Factory price new, $16,000. Totally reasonable in 1999. So her vehicle costs like $106 to license. His, the exact same year, $250. It's crazy. So anyways, he wasn't too happy about that. But yeah, is what it is. What are you going to do? You got to have license plates or you can't drive. So there you go. Okay. So I have given you the 411 on the old eye cream. And I don't know if it's just for eyes. I think you could use it anywhere on your skin. That apparently vitamin C is good for your skin. I don't understand any of that science. I know nothing about that stuff. All I know is I have this icky, crepey skin under my eyes. I hate it. I've been trying to get rid of it for years. And this is working. So there you go. Okay. I am going to, because I think that's all we have. Oh, I have one more thing to do. I need to give a shout out to a lady named Carla Cummings, who apparently watches me on her TV. She doesn't really do a lot of online stuff from what I understand from her sister, who contacted me to say that the sister doesn't stamp, but Carla does, and Carla watches me all the time and she loves me. So hi, Carla. Nice to see you. Okay, so I've got that done. Now I'm going to flip my camera and we're going to do a little stamping and some chit-chatting. All right, so let's see if we can get this hooked up into the old thing. Tap the button twice. Why it has to be twice, I don't understand that either. Technology. You'd think you should be able to tap it once and it should switch the lens, but whatever. All right, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, Lisa says you're so photogenic. Oh my gosh, Lisa, you are so sweet. Let me just tell you I do have some tips. I mean, I do have some tips from this gal. Like, I use a white eyeliner in the waterline of my eye now. Yeah, who knew? There's just so many things. She's amazing. If you guys are of a certain age, such as myself, and you're looking for any kind of makeup tips or any, she even dyes her own hair. She like highlights her own hair at home in her own bathroom, and she has videos showing how she does it. I mean, she's amazing, and she's just flawlessly beautiful. Okay. We've talked about this before. The Hello Irresistible Stamp Camp. Her name is Angie, and her YouTube channel is Hot and Flashy. And I don't know if it's an and sign or if it's the A-N-D, but if you just type in, either way, I'm sure it would come up. She's got over 1 million subscribers. She's amazing. I think some of you guys are saying that I do look better. Thank you. I know. I'm so excited. I seriously, I feel like it looks better. And so I'm pretty happy about it. Okay. So the Hello Irresistible Stamp Camp is going to be at the end of the month. There's going to be a private Facebook group, and on the 25th and 26th of March, we're going to have 12 videos loaded onto the site for 12 different cards. This is a collaboration between me and 11 other demonstrators. I do my global project tutorial, which is a gift with purchase that I do every month. If you buy something out of my store, then I send this tutorial for you. And so all these girls decided to get together and do a stamp camp because we have these out of publication items, these online exclusive items. And so we decided to do that. Oh yes, Carol is saying it's Hot and Flashy with an A-N-D. So there you go. Okay, so all you have to do to get into the stamp camp is to order $30 in my store, shoppingwithbarb.com, use this host code, and you're in. Just to let you know, we will be using Well, now these are unorderable at the moment, but I'm hoping they're going to come back. We're using the loose frosted dots, the white seam binding ribbon, the, what is this? Yellow Irresistible Designer Series paper, along with the Irresistible Blooms bundle. Those are the items we're using in the Stamp Camp, along with some white heat embossing. That's all we're using. And of course, cardstocking ink. But we're not using any other dies or punches or anything else like that. So you wouldn't need anything else but just these items that are kind of in this exclusive, or this suite of stuff. So anyways, that's going on. Here are some of the online exclusives that were added to the store yesterday. There is a really cool set of border dies. We have this cute Rhino Ready bundle. And of course, when I say bundle, you can also get just the stamps or just the dies. I just don't have them on the piece of paper here. There's a little combo, ribbon combo pack, silver and gold. There is the Tropical Leaf bundle. Same thing, punch and stamp can be sold separately. We have these, what are they called? Radiating stitches, I think it's called. These dies that put an impression in your stamp, in your paper. The picture is horrible, but they look really cool. I'm definitely getting those. Another stamp set that I can't remember what it's called. Circle punches are back, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about that. I never got rid of my circle punches because I still use them, because circle punches are just something everyone needs. So we've got the 1 3/4 and the 2-inch back in the store. Super exciting. And then of course the other items that we've already talked about, the Hello Irresistible bundle, the Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper, the loose frosted dots, not orderable right now, the naturally gilded paper, basic 3D embossing folders, and then the classic letter stamp set. So there you go. My class of the month for March is the Around the Bend bundle, and I've got a really cute card for you guys today. It's not in the class, but it's a great card anyway. So you'll have an additional idea in addition to the 4 ideas that I give you in the class since you're watching this today. So the link to purchase, register for this class in the description of the video. The other class I have this month is the Petal Park online class. This is the collaborative class that I do with Kelly and Dina. And the link to register for that is also in the description of this video, so you can check that out. You can also go to my blog. I have a PDF tutorial store on my blog, and you can find that at barbstamps.com/shop. Okay. And I think there's people are chit-chatting here. Let me just check out what you guys are saying. Anything exciting, anything I need to know about? Okay, I think we're good. Karen Bryant, or is it Corinne? I'm not sure. She's from Tucson. My brother was making a snowman today down there, Karen. Yeah, he lives in Tucson, and apparently there was snow. Who knew? I still have some of my older classes left. The links are in the description of the video if you're interested in any of them. I've got the Country Bouquet bundle class kit. I've got whatever I did last month. We did the Carrots and Bunnies last month. I still have some of those. The Playing in the Rain, I still have a few of those. And the Adorable Owls, I think I have 1 or 2. Anywho, Stamp Happy Academy, you guys, we listed the winners for the Stamp Happy Academy free memberships. We gave away 3 one-month memberships to Stamp Happy Academy. If you might remember, the beginning of February, we did an open house over on our Stamp Happy Academy business page. If you want to check it out, you can just type into the Facebook search line Stamp Happy Academy. And if you see 3 girls, Dina, Kelly, and Barb, eating ice cream, that's the group, or that's the page. Anyway, we did some videos on there talking about what Stamp Happy Academy is about, giving you a tour of the website. And then we said we were going to give away 3 memberships. I posted those on the website, on the Facebook page, today. So you can check that out, see if you've won. We based it on commenting, sharing, liking the videos that we shared. And then we just put everybody's name in a hat and drew out. I drew a name for the basic membership. Kelly drew one for the premium, and Dina drew one for the live. And we listed all those people on the website. There you go. All right. Adhesive kits. I always have those for sale. Link in the description. Finally, I had a challenge on my Facebook page here. For the month of February, and the challenge got over on the 28th, and I said I was going to give away a prize, and I am. So this was the card. This was the challenge card. It was one of those stair step kind of cards. Really fun. This was mine. And then, of course, I asked everyone to go ahead and create a card using the directions that I provided on my blog, and then to upload their card to my Facebook page. And you guys did, and I drew a winner, and the winner is Janice Hughes. And so I did, that'll go up on my blog actually in about 1 minute. So hopefully Janice will see it. So Janice, I need you to message me or email me, barb@barbstamps.com, so I can get out my Pretty Pop-Ups class kit to you. That's your prize. So there you go. Okay. Wanted to make sure we got that taken care of. And let me get my first bucket. Okay. So our first project of the evening is going to be using the Sweet Citrus bundle. This is a very cute bundle. And I do a class twice a year, and it's called Be a Boss at Home. It used to be a Big Shot at Home, but we don't sell a Big Shot anymore. We sell a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I changed the name to Be a Boss at Home. I do it twice a year for 4 months. And we just finished in March. So this was one of the cards that we did in the class. And now when I do these classes, I'm not allowed to provide any sort of stamped images in the class. So everything is just die cut or embossed for the class. And so then, of course, if you are in the class and you have the bundles, then you could, of course, stamp something and die cut it yourself. So that's the basis of the class. So anywho, so we're using this bundle tonight for the card, and I'm also using the Alphabet a la mode dies for the word, for the greeting. So the greeting is going to be just a simple hi, and that's what I'm going to use for that. So now we know what we're using. Let me kind of push that stuff to the side, get out all the paper. So we've got a black card base, 8.5 by 5.5, a white layer for the inside, 4 by 5.25. A layer of granny apple green, and I already forgot what the measurements are. 3 5/8, 4 7/8, and then a piece of white that has been run through the embossing folder, the Sweet Citrus. This is a hybrid folder. I'm going to talk a little bit about that when we get to that point, but I've just run this through the embossing folder. That's going to go here. I've got a scrap of granny apple green, and I've got a scrap of polished pink, and then I have a little strip of daffodil that I also ran through the folder that I'm also going to put on the bottom of the inside piece. So to start out with, we're going to do a little bit of stamping. Oh, Cynthia got her happy mail today. Yay! Good deal. Cynthia must have got her class kit in the mail from me. Well, I hope you enjoy it, Cynthia. I had a ton of fun making the projects for that. All right, so we are going to use Granny Apple Green cardstock and Granny Apple Green ink. So this is one of the images in the stamp set. It's a it's got 4 pieces of fruit on it. So we are going to ink this up with the Granny Apple Green pad. And since it's kind of a larger stamp, I find it a little bit easier if I lay it stamp up and then ink it up, and then we'll stamp it. So let's just see here. Okay. So we've got that done. And then we've got a filler piece here that's designed to go with this that is also going to be done in Granny Apple Green. Okay, and so then I just need to kind of look down on this, line it up, and I can see through it since it's photopolymer. And I'm just trying to make sure we're getting it lined up nicely. I think that's good. And then there we have our limes. Now you would do this exact same thing with daffodil ink on daffodil cardstock, so you could get limes and lemons. And then we're going to bring in the die. So this is the die that's going to cut these out. So what I like to do with it is to get the die positioned onto the paper, first of all. So I'm just kind of very gently moving it around, making sure that I'm getting it, equal distance all the way around. And then I'm going to use some Post-it tape. I found this super skinny stuff in my junk drawer. Use some Post-it tape to get that stuck to the paper. Okay. Then we're going to bring in the folder, and the folder on the side where the Stampin' Up label is the side that you're going to put your die on. So I am going to take this paper and I'm going to add it. I'm going to kind of put it onto my, oh, whoops, hold on. I might need another piece of Post-it tape. I messed that up. I've got another one here. This is the bigger stuff, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so again, I'm going to line this up. And I want to make sure that that my tape doesn't go into the die. Okay, because I need the die. Oops. I need the die to be able to settle into its space on the folder. So it's important that you don't get the tape inside of the die. I guess what we could do is we could just put this like this, and then we could take our folder and go over it. So basically what's going to happen is the folder is just going to find itself onto the folder, or the die is going to find itself onto the folder. So you can see the die is going around those pieces. It's locked into place now. I can't move it. Okay. So then you would, well, first of all, I would trim this off because it won't fit through my machine. I'm going to run this through my machine just like this. And then I'm going to get these pieces right here. Okay. So here are all of the pieces that I would get, because it's going to cut all these pieces and it's going to emboss them. Oh, well, that's kind of a terrible idea because I screwed up and I had to redo it. But I think you guys can see the embossing back there. So it's embossed and it's now die cut all in one fell swoop, which is very cool. So I did do that for my lemons also. So now I have lemons and limes all die cut and ready to go. Okay. Then I also have this piece of polished pink, and there is a cute little flower set in the stamp set, or flower die in the stamp set. And so I'm going to stamp that on pretty, or polished pink. What did I say? Did I say pretty and pink? I'm losing my mind. Polished pink to polished pink. And then it also comes with these little flower middles. So we would ink up the flower middles and do this. Okay, and then this last little guy is for the larger flower. There we have it. So we have our 3 cute little flowers, and then we would run those through the machine. And here are our little flowers. Oh, wait, is that all of them? I think I ran it through twice because I wanted to make sure I didn't, screw it up. But there we go. So we have the 3 flowers now. And then I also die cut the letters high from black, and I did it 5 times. I know you're thinking that's a lot. It was, but I wanted to stack them so that I had a pretty thick letter here. So you can see this is 4. I've already glued 4 of them together, so that's pretty thick. And here's my other piece of paper. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a tiny little glue bottle, and I am going to add some glue to my H here, my stacked up H. Not a whole lot. Again, I do not want it squirting out all over. So you can see that my bead of glue is very skinny. This is a little glue bottle that I did get off Amazon. I think actually somebody sent this to me, because the one that I was using I didn't really like that much. And so I was given this, and I really like this better. So the H actually does have an orientation. You can sort of see that it's taller on one end than the other. So I'm just going to add this on top of my other H's and just glue them together. So now I have a very, very thick H. So this is going to really give some nice dimension to my project. So let me do my eye also. Now the eye, I didn't notice that it had any sort of orientation. So the eye, we're just going to stick on wherever, however. Okay. Same thing. We're just putting the eye down on top of the other eyes and squeezing them together. And there we have a nice thick eye. So we have an H and an I, flowers, lemons and limes. I think we're now ready to start the assembly of this card. Okay. So I also have some black and white gingham ribbon that I am going to use. Not quite yet, but in a second. So I'm going to add these 2 pieces together. This is a really fun card, you guys. And then I'll show you the card that I sent to my people that are in my Be a Boss at Home class. Because, of course, like I said, I can't do any stamping for them. So they just got die cuts without stamped images. In fact, I didn't even do the flowers because I didn't think about it. Okay, let's get this on here. There we go. Mary says, would it look right made into an orange if you didn't use the lemon one? I'm not exactly sure what you're saying, Mary, but I think you could definitely stamp this in like pumpkin pie and make oranges out of it. I think it would be totally fine. Okay. I've got some ribbon here. This happens to be a little chunk that I had left over from a previous roll, so I think this will work perfectly for me. So I'm going to use this. Get that piece of tape off of there. And when I do ribbons, I like to tie them around something because I'm really bad at tying ribbons around cardstock. So I always use something. In this case, I'm using a Stampin' Mist bottle. And I'm just going to tie a knot with my ribbon. Okay. I'm going to pull it off. And then I'm going to kind of figure out where I want it on my card. Oh, where is my other card so that I can sort of see where I put it? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just going to wing it, and I'm going to stick it about right here. So I want my knot to be about right there. So then what I like to do is I like to pull my ribbon over so that I can wrap it to the other side and this side here. So now I'm going to just add this. Well, first now I'm going to manipulate it a little bit so it looks nicer. It doesn't look that great right now. So I get the opportunity to manipulate this to have it look nicer for me. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to add it. Like I said, my knot is about right here. Oh, so you're wondering if this would look right as an orange. I don't know. I guess I probably would not make it into an orange. I would probably use it as lemons and limes, but the other pieces I think you could surely make into oranges. Even this, you could probably just kind of trim that weird spot off so it didn't look like a lemon. But if it was orange, I think people would think, oh, it's an orange. Okay, there we go. So we've got that. I am going to do a little snipping on the ends. So then, well, actually, where is my, I need my card. What did I do with it? Because I need to know how I made this. Well, all right, I guess it's just Barb has to wing it now because I honestly do not know where I stuck my, oh, I just found it, yay me. Okay, so I am going to do this. My lemon, I am going to have the high be on my lemon. Tony says, I have seen and done oranges, and I also saw someone use it. I've seen, and she says to make a grapefruit. I've also seen that to make the grapefruit, which I think is pretty cool. So it's kind of like you do the outside of it yellow, and then the inside you kind of do pink, and that makes a grapefruit, which I think is great. So I have also seen that. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay. So let's put our H onto the lemon here. About right there. And then we're going to get the eye. People make it into a coconut. That is awesome. Coconuts, dang, people are very creative. Okay, we got the glue on the eye. We're going to get the eye next to the H. And there we go. So we've got a very nice thick sentiment on here. So it's, you can sort of see how thick that is. So that is really cool. It gives it a lot of really nice dimension. Okay. And that's going to end up being about right here. All right. When it's all said and done, that's about where it's going to be. Then I'm going to stick this lime here. And then this partial lime is going to kind of go underneath that. And my partial lemon is going to go up here. I just kind of want to get everything on here so that I know what I'm working with and where I need to put everything. Actually, I guess that might have to go underneath. Or maybe we could just move it a little bit so we can do it something like this. So we're just going to have a big old collection of fruit. Okay, and so now that it doesn't really need to be super fine glue, I can use my regular glue. A kiwi, very interesting, Jody. I think a kiwi would be super cute. Okay, and then the lime. And we're going to tuck this under here. Actually, we're going to kind of go underneath the ribbon here too, I think, with this lime. So there we go. And then the high, we're going to use dimensionals on. Okay, and I'm going to use the dimensionals, whoops, at the top, and then kind of over here on the bottom. And we'll get our high lemon on here. There we go. And then we have our last lime. And what did I say I was going to do with that? I guess I could turn it like this even, and I could just sort of do it like that. So I'll stick a little bit of glue here, and then a dimensional at the other end. I just found a piece of hair, so now I'm shedding like a dog. There. Okay, so then I thought, how cute would it be to kind of tuck these little flowers in here too, you guys, just to give it a nice little pop. Oh, look at that. So we're going to do that. There's a little flower there. And then I think we're going to do, maybe we'll tuck this one under. And then this one can be over. So let me get a mini dimensional for this little guy. And then this one, we're just going to glue, untuck that under, take the dimensional off, and just kind of add that right there. So now we have some nice pop of pink, which I think just really adds to the fun of the card. And then we're going to fold this, our card base, get the bone folder out, get my yellow embossed strip added to the bottom. Is this the right size? Oh, that seemed really long for some reason as I was looking at it, and I thought, geez, did I cut that wrong? No, I didn't. It's right. Okay, so we'll add this here. And we still have a piece, that lime, that we can use if we want here. So what we could do is we could kind of cut it a little bit, and then I do have that second set of flowers, so we could maybe just add a few flowers here. So I think that was what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my little photo trimmer. If you guys don't have one of these photo trimmers and you want one, I do have a link in the description of this video to get one. Now we're going to take a little bit more off than that. That's not quite enough. Okay, so that's going to be trash. I need some crappy scissors to cut that off. Okay. Oh, I need to look at the comments. You guys have some things to add. Okay. And then our little pink flowers. Oh, what the heck happened to that? I obviously did not smash it down nearly enough, and it just flew right off. There we go. Okay. And then I have some sentiments in here that come out of the, where is it at? The Sweet Citrus stamp set. We have Sending You a Big Squeeze and do I have Enjoy This or the Birthday? Have a Zesty Birthday and Sending You a Big Squeeze. So I think I'm going to say Have a Zesty Birthday first, and then we'll say Sending You a Big Squeeze. So I'm going to do the Have a Zesty Birthday in Granny Apple Green, and then the other, oh, that's yellow. That's not what I'm looking for. And then the other phrase in the polished pink. Where is the green? Oh, found it. It was hiding under something else. Imagine that. Imagine me making a mess while I'm live and can't find something. Okay. So let us see if we can center this. We hope. Have a Zesty Birthday, and then we will ink this up and Sending You a Big Squeeze. Try to get that in the middle, underneath that. There we go. And I'm still shedding. Ugh, there. Piece of hair was like hanging in my face, and I could sort of see it out of the corner of my eye, and it was driving me crazy. Okay, so let's put this on the inside and put the outside on the outside. I don't think we need that dimensional backing. And then I do have some gems, but I don't know. Sometimes you just don't need any extra embellishments. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do. We'll see. Because I do have something that we can decide if we want to use it or not. And that one was almost in the wrong spot. Okay. And then I'll bring in the one that I actually sent to the girls. And I should have sent them some pink flowers. The pink flower thing did not even dawn on me until when I was getting ready to make this for you guys tonight. And then I thought, oh, a pop of pink would be so fun. And it was. Okay. So here is the card that the gals got in for the class. So you can see there's no stamping. It's just all die cutting, all die cut stuff. And no flowers. I should have given them some flowers. But anyway, there you go. So I do have these fun gems. These are the Glossy Dots assortment. And I don't know if I want to use them or not. If I want to add something to the flower middles, maybe. But then do I use yellow or do I use pink? Where's some pink? Here's some pink. Do I use pink flower middles or yellow flower middles? I don't know. Oh, there's glue here. Does anybody have a preference? Does anybody think one way or the other? Yellow or none? I mean, you know, we could say none. Well, let me do something here. Let me try. We'll try a yellow and we'll try a pink. We'll try to get a yellow on there, and then we'll try a pink and see if anybody has a preference. Okay, and there's a pink. All right. Oh, someone said both. Very interesting. Does both work, you guys? Like if I put a pink one here? All right. We're going to see what everyone says. Ooh, Carol says black. Black might actually be the ticket, Carol. Hold on, I have black. What black do I want to use is the question. Well, these are navy. That's not what I want. So I probably need these black matte dots. Okay, let's just sort of see. We'll throw a black one on there and see if black is what we want to do. Ooh, you guys, black actually might be the ticket. What do you guys think? Okay, let's try. Let's take that off. Put that back on our little piece here. We'll take the pink off, put that back on. And then we'll try just all black. Black. Or is black too much? I don't know. What do I think? Okay, so there's black. All right, so Trish says black, Julie says black now, Sonia says black. Now that we've changed, because Tony said black also. Okay, I kind of think maybe the black, you guys. All right, I think everyone is now coming in saying black's where it's at. So, okay, we are going with the black ones. So we are going to use our little small black matte dots. So I think Carol was the first one to bring that up, or at least she's the first one that I saw bring it up. So thank you so much, Carol, for that. I appreciate that. You made the card even better. And it does. It totally makes those little flowers pop. So anyways, there is card one. Let me put everything else back in, and then we have the inside. And I should, you know what I could do? Because I don't really want to put gems on the inside. Oh, let's hope this doesn't ruin it. This is my black blend. I'm kind of wondering if I can just, very carefully get the middles of these black. Oh, I hope I don't mess it up and ruin it, because it was cute. No, I don't think that's horrible. I think that's cute. Okay, so black was the way to go, Carol. Thank you very much. All right, you guys, there it is. Card number one done. So let us move on to card number two while I get some of this stuff out of the way, because we have a lot of things here that are in the way now, because I am just tossing stuff and making a giant mess. Okay, I'm not going to clean all these stamps off just right now, because there was a lot of them. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I know it's probably annoying waiting for me to clean everything up, but I just don't work super well in a giant mess. It gives me a little bit of anxiety. Okay. Next, we are going to bring in, now I have a lot of products for this card. You probably, if you wanted to copy it, you absolutely could. And you probably have some stuff that you could use in place of all the stuff that I have here. So here we go. Number one, we are going to start out using, what are these called? The Loveliest Layers Decorative Masks, because I'm sure that a lot of you guys, if you didn't have them, got them during celebration. When Stampin' Up! Added some extra things that you could choose from for celebration, I would imagine that some of you probably chose this item because, you know, you had some of the other things. And so you said, why not? Let's give it a try. So I'm going to show you something that you can do with it. I'm still cleaning up. Man, that was a messy, messy card. Okay. So here are, so one of the masks in here is this fun pattern. I don't know what you'd even call it. It's a fun pattern. And then the other masks have, there's 4 of them. So there is the ones that do the leaves. So you can see I've got this little piece of paper here where I have done both of these to get the leaves. Okay. And then here are the dies to do the flower. So you can see I've got the big flower here. Well, actually, that's probably not how it goes. It goes like this. So we've got the large flower here. I did that, I think, in Blushing Bride. I was just messing around one day. Just wanted to see what this was all about. And this is what I came up with. And then I did this in Fresh Freesia. And then I did my leaves in Granny Apple Green and Parakeet Party. So that's what the flower would end up looking like if you did all of those together. So, like I said, I'm using this today, and I'm going to use it on a piece of Sweet Sorbet. So here are my pieces here for the card. And so I did an envelope already. So I used this paper, not on the envelope, but this is the paper that I'm using on the card, the Regency Park. This paper is actually from the, I think it's called Flowers and More. It's the host paper in the mini catalog. And I just thought it went great because it's got some Sweet Sorbet in it. So that's why I did my envelope with that. But my designer series paper for my card is, excuse me, what did I do with it? Did I put it back in here? I think this must be it. Yes. So this is the pattern that I chose. And I'll give you the dimensions here in just a second after I get sort of situated here. So we're going to make, what are these called? Gatefold cards, I think. We're going to kind of make a gatefold card only because I had this in my drawer. And I wanted to use Sweet Sorbet as my card base. And I thought, oh, it's already in there. It's already folded. Let's just use it. So basically what you would do is you would take an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock. And then what I like to do is I like to slide it into my trimmer and score it at 2 1/8. And then I fold that over, and then I just bring this side up and meet with the other side. I don't actually score this side. I just bring it over with my hands, line it up with that other edge, and then I burnish it with my bone folder. So that's how I make my gatefold cards. And they always line up really well. Okay. Then I have a die cut label out of the Something Fancy dies. So this is in the mini catalog. This is a part of the like two-tone flora suite. So I have my sentiment piece there. I have a shaded spruce square. This is the largest stylish shape square. So I did that out of shaded spruce. My designer series paper is 2.5 by 3 3/4. My layer of Sweet Sorbet is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. I also have a layer of Petal Pink. This is 4 by 5 1/4, I think. Yes, 4 by 5 1/4. So basically these are all going to layer together like so. I have a white layer for the inside of the card, and then I have another strip of the designer series paper for the inside also. So that's basically all the supplies that we're using. So we're going to start out by using this mask on this piece of paper. So when I use masks, I discovered this stuff called Pixie Spray probably about a year ago. And it's for masks. And it is a repositionable adhesive with a light tackiness to it. So, and you can wash it off. I don't ever wash it off. I tried to wash it off once. You can get it off. It's a little bit, got to put some elbow grease into it. But when I use my stencils, I want this stuff on them. So I'm not going to use it once and wash this off and then put it on the next time I want to use it and wash it off. I'm just going to leave it on there because you can pull it on and off your cardstock pieces multiple times before the stickiness goes away. So what I do is I have a utility sink in my basement down here, and I take the spray over and my mask and I spray it on, and then I let it dry and it's ready to go. Now I do have this linked in the description box below the video because it's amazing, and it's the best product that I've found for using decorative masks. not just Stampin' Up, any kind of mask. Okay, so I've got my piece of paper on there. Now I want, oh, I also should say I have a Sharpie mark. This is a silver Sharpie, and I mark the side that doesn't have the sticky stuff on it. So the other side, and you might be able to see, there's a little bit of tackiness on there. So this side has the sticky star, the side with the star does not. All right, so I am going to put this on to my cardstock here at an angle, because I thought that might be kind of fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line it up at the top here so that about the same amount of white space is showing through those 4 things at the top. And after I get it on there, I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about, like that. Okay, so you can see up here where I have a little bit of white space at the top of all those. That is how I've decided to line that up. So now I have stuck this down. So it's stuck to my paper. So my paper's not going to move. My mask isn't going to move because it's totally stuck on there. All right. And if I press real hard, I can kind of get it to stick to my backing paper too, if I desire. So I'm going to now bring in some Sweet Sorbet ink and a blending brush. And we do have 2 sizes of blending brushes now, but because I'm not trying to be delicate and I'm trying to just do little spots without, you know, getting ink somewhere else, I'm going to use my big one because there's nothing preventing me from just going all out, going ham. All right. So we've got this done here. And I'm going to add some ink to my brush. And then I like to take a spare block and kind of get some of that ink off so that it can kind of get spread around on my brush. And I am just going to then run my brush over my mask here. And you can see I don't even have to hold it. It's not going to move. And I'm just going to add, now I don't have to go all the way down because as you remember, my designer series paper is going to be about here. So I really only have to do like these top 3 spots. I'm going to kind of maybe come down there, but I don't think I need to. All right. So just get all of that nice and inky. Okay. And then we're going to tear this off. It doesn't take up the paper. It doesn't do anything bad. It's just, it's amazing, this stuff. So now what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to put these little blocks of lines in between these. Okay. So I have already gone this direction kind of with them. So I'm going to try to go like this now. How was I doing that? Let's see. I did it already. Was it like that? No, it wasn't like that. I think it was like this. Is it like this? Yes, like this. Okay, so now I can sort of see through the mask to where I need to put this. I don't know if you guys can see through the mask with me, but I can sort of see where I already have color and to where I need to add color. And so I'm just kind of manipulating it around, moving it here and there, trying to make sure that it's where I want it to be. And then I'm going to press that down. I probably might get a little bit of ink on my fingers, but it's probably fine. All right, so now I'm going to add some more ink to my brush. And I am going to be a little careful right here because I don't want to, you know, add ink right there because that's already, that's just not where I want to add ink. So I'm just going to kind of cover that up just a little bit with a piece of something. Okay. And we're just going to continue on down here. Again, remember the same thing. I don't have to go all the way to the bottom because I am putting some designer series paper on there. So hopefully this works. We'll see. Okay. So we'll take that off and look what we've done. Yay! How cool is that? All right. So then all I would do with this is, since this is the side that has the ink on it, I just take this over to my sink, I run the water over the top of it, and then I just let it air dry, and then I put it back in the package. I don't even worry about the sticky stuff on the back. I don't care. Because the next time I use the mask, I'm going to want the sticky stuff to be on there. So there you go. Okay. So now I can do some assembly here. I'm going to add my designer series paper. Use some seal for that. Might be a little faster than our liquid glue. Okay, and this is just going to be a really small border, like a 1/16 of an inch on the 3 sides. There we go. And then I'm going to add some ribbon. This is some petal pink ribbon. I'm just going to wrap this around the card, and I'm going to use my technique of taping it to the back because I'm lazy and that's how I do it. So I'm kind of trying to get the seam, the top of the seam here. And then I'll just wrap that to the back and tape it and do the same thing on this edge here. Tape it to the back. There we go. Okay. So then I'm going to add my little square piece, but I'm going to kind of put it on there a little bit cattywampus. Okay. So I'm going to use some dimensionals for this. And I think 4 is probably plenty. Okay. And like I said, a little bit cattywampus, something like that. And then we're going to add this layer to our layer of petal pink. So, whoops, my seal is getting to the end. And sometimes when it gets to the end, it decides it doesn't want to cooperate anymore, which does not make me a happy camper, because when I want to use you, I want you to work. Okay. Adding this to our layer of petal pink, about the same amount of border, about that 1/16 of an inch or so. Okay. There we go. And then we can add this. How do you store the mask with that Sprana in the bag? I just put it back in the bag. I'll just have it stuck to this. I'll just have it lay on this piece of cardboard that comes in the package. These other two, I just have them back to back sticky. So this has sticky on it and this has sticky on it. And I just stuck them together and I'll throw them in the package. It's very low tack. So it's not like it's glue where it's going to stick stuff together and you're never going to get it apart. It's low tack adhesive. So it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. I really, really like it for masks. I don't know what else I would use it for. I haven't used it for anything else except masks. So, all right, so now I'm going to add this to my gatefold card, but of course only adding adhesive on the one side. So I think what I might actually do is just put it on this part. And that way I shouldn't have to worry about making sure I get it, you know, in the right area of this. So we're just going to add these to the gatefold side here. I think we're going to have a little bit more border, like 1/8 of an inch here. Okay. And you'll see I wrapped my ribbon around my sweet sorbet layer first rather than adding it after the petal pink, because I didn't want the ribbon to show right back there. So let me go ahead and add my designer series paper to the bottom of this, and then we'll get this layer put on the inside too. Okay, there we go. Snip off that excess there. Oh, let's see. Okay. You are so welcome, Connie. I try to see it when you guys comment. I really do. I try to see what if you're asking me stuff. I mean, of course I can see when you're saying, oh, that's awesome, or when we're having a competition about what color gems we're going to use. But I do try to watch, but sometimes I just get so into what I'm doing here that I forget. Okay. So we're not done. That's not all of it. And then we have this here is our label for our sentiment. What else do we have? I have a lot of stuff in this bucket. So now we're going to use the Petal Park stamp set. So I'm going to use the 2 floral pieces here. And then the leaves, I've already got some leaves cut out. And then in the Sentimental Park, which these kind of go together. So the Petal Park bundle is my online class for the month. So it's the Petal Park bundle that we're using, the Brights Designer Series paper, the black and white gingham ribbon, and the glossy dots along with the cane weave folder. So that's what you'd get in the class if you want to get it. So then you could also add the Sentimental Park if you decided you wanted it. It's got the sentiments, and of course the Petal Park just has the flowers. So we're going to use the thanks, you are amazing, for our sentiments. Okay. But I do have my scrap of white here, and I need a couple colors of ink. So I need my petal pink and my sweet sorbet. I'm going to push my card out of the way so I don't get ink on it while I'm doing this. Okay. So I'm going to ink up the, what do you call this? The detailed piece. And we're going to stamp it right here. And I probably should have used a foam mat. We're going to bring it in now. Okay. Somebody said something. Connie said it would be very hard. Your job is hard to do both. It is sometimes because I get so in the zone of stamping and then I forget, like, you've got to answer the questions too, Barb. So come on. Okay. So then the fill-in stamps, if you want, now you don't have to fill these in. You can use these plain, or you can use them together. So we're going to use them together. So we've got the Sweet Sorbet, and then we are going to add this on top. And I found with this particular stamp set, stamping the detailed part first is easier. And then you can get the bold image in there afterwards. So we are going to crop this out. And my piece of white is a strip about 2¼ inches wide, which is the perfect width to slide that into your punch. Okay, so here are my flowers. Okay. And then I already have some other ones cut out, or some other things. I've got some leaves. I did the leaves already. So I've got 3 leaves. I don't even know if I'm going to use the leaves though, you guys. I think I am, but I'm not positive. Okay, and then I have a second set of flowers just in case my first set didn't work out. If it bombed, then I was saved. I find a lot of times if I have extra pieces, then I won't screw up. But if I don't have an extra piece cut, then I absolutely will. So, all right, I'm going to stamp the thanks sentiment on this label here. So I'm going to stamp it kind of in the center, side to side, but up towards the top a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to stamp the other sentiment in the shaded spruce. So let me get my other sentiment here. And here we go. And this says, "You are amazing." So I'm just going to make sure I get it all inky. And we're going to try to stamp this centered underneath the thanks here, hopefully. Ooh, yay. Okay. So now we have all of our stamping done. Now we just need to add everything to the to our label. So I'm going to kind of put this on, not perfectly centered, just a little bit off, just because that's the way I want to do it. And then I'm going to add my large flower over here. And then my 2 smaller flowers, I'm going to add down here. But I don't want to cover up my sentiment. So, and then like I said, I don't know if I'm going to use the leaves or not. I don't know if we need to. Do we need leaves? I don't know. We might not. We might not. Yeah, I don't think the leaves are bad. I think we can go with leaves. Okay, so let me add my sentiment piece here. Where's my, here it is, the seal. Okay, so we'll set that on here, kind of like this. You guys, I am really digging this little background thing here that we got going on. Okay, and then we're going to use some dimensionals. So I'll put a dimensional on the flower, and we will add our flower about like so. And then I'm going to put a little bit of seal at the end of my leaf, and then I can just kind of tuck it under here. Where did I want it? Over here. I think I wanted it over there. Okay. Then I have another flower, and this one is big enough for a large dimensional, and then we have our little one that I'm going to use a baby dimensional on. Okay. Thank you so much, Courtney. She says this card is beautiful, and I can't take all the credit, and I'm going to show you why after we're done. My dear friend Lori sent me a card using these items. And actually, I'm going to snip this off because this leaf is a little bit too long. But I need my crappy scissors. Here we go. This leaf is a little too long to fit underneath there. I got a card from my dear friend Lori using some of these same products. And I loved it. And so that's why we're doing this. As a shout out to Lori because she's amazing. Whoops, I don't think I actually got glue on that. And we'll tuck that under. Okay, there we have some leaves. And then the last thing I wanted to do was I tied a little double bow using the In Color twine. You know what? That makes me digress for just a moment here, you guys. I don't know if you heard. Stampin' Up! Is doing a color refresh this year. Okay? We don't know anything else except it's happening, and information's coming out March 29th. We know for sure that last year's In Colors, the Pale Papaya, Polished Pink, Soft Succulent, Evening Evergreen, and Fresh Freesia, since those are In Colors, those are, I guess, most likely retiring. There is always a possibility that they keep one of them for the color refresh. I have no idea. But because there is going to be a color refresh, they've told us there's going to be. If you guys are interested in getting cardstock for your favorite colors, ink refills for your favorite colors, you might want to think about doing it now, because the minute they release that list of what's going, things are going to sell out. And people are always sad because they didn't get that extra pack of cardstock. They didn't get the ink refill for their pad. So as a service to all of you, I'm just letting you know what's happening. Do with it what you will. Okay, so here is a little bow, a double bow that I tied. And I'm going to add that, I think, somewhere in here. I don't know where. It's just cute, though. Maybe right here. Maybe over here. Maybe right there. No, not right there. Definitely not right there. But I need a glue dot. So I wanted to throw that information out there. Do with it what you will. I mean, I know some colors that I'm not going to be sad if they get rid of them. But, you know, then there's going to be some other colors that I'll be very sad if they get rid of them. So we just don't know, because they haven't given us all the information yet. I'm just going to throw it right there so it kind of gives a little illusion of this going on, if that makes sense. Okay, and I don't have any gems, although I don't know. Do I need gems? Do I need like some clear gems in the centers of these flowers? What do we have? Does anybody have any suggestions of gems that you might want me to try? I don't like none of those. No, none of those. While I'm cleaning this up, you guys can tell me if you think of anything. Petal Pink Milky Dots. You know, I'm kind of sad to say this, but the Milky Dots are sold out. They're not going to be restocked either, but I still have some. Oh, I don't know. These are supposed to be petal pink, and I don't think those look more like fresh freesia to me, so those aren't going to work. Oh, a dragonfly. Hold on. I have one. That might just be the ticket, Connie. Brilliant. What do you guys think? Where do we stick the dragonfly? Up here? I like the dragonfly. I just don't know where to put it. Ooh, brass butterfly. That might actually be a little better. Hold on. Let's see. I've got some in here somewhere. Ooh, I have these elegant faceted gems. Those are petal pink. Here's some brass butterflies. I don't know. I like the dragonfly, but I just don't know if the color is right because it's silver. And since we have kind of reds, I kind of feel like gold or brass would be better. But the idea is fantastic. Okay, let's just see if we did pop some butterflies out of here. Maybe that. I don't know. You guys are going to have to tell me whether you think yay or nay. And maybe that one there. All right, what do you guys think of that? Who said butterflies originally? Mary did. Good job, Mary. Connie, great idea to put something else on here. What do you guys think? I think that looks good. I'm not going to do anything with the middles of the flowers. I don't think. I think I'm going to leave it. Final answer, leave it. Okay. Although I feel like those flower middles really need some. Okay, hold on. Since we're here and I've got these things sitting out here, I just want to see what it looks like. Okay, if I did do that, although I don't know. No. It takes away the red and it's not right. Nope. Okay. You guys, we are done with this card. We have now put everything on it that needs to be on there, and here it is. We open it up. We've got some fun inside. You know, we could put a flower in there because I did. At least I thought I did. Yeah, I did. I do have some extras. I could put an extra. Do I want a flower in there? Or do I stick it up there? Or do I stick it there? I don't know now. I have these 3 flowers. I feel like I should do. Should I do that? Should I have flowers on the opening panels? I'm going to do it. I am just going to go ahead and make an executive decision, and I'm going to do it. And there it is. Because sometimes you just need a little excitement on the inside of your card when you open it up. Ooh, Wink of Stella. Who said that? Cynthia, that might be the ticket. Where's my Wink of Stella? Oh, sometimes this Wink of Stella I don't know. Sometimes Wink Estella makes things run and it irritates me. But we'll see what happens. I think that should be okay. You can barely see it, but it's definitely gonna, I think people will notice it, even though it's barely. All right, there it is. Final answer. The card is done. Okay, let's put some of this stuff away. I'm not going to clean off these stamps. I'll just throw them behind me. We'll clean them up later because we've got to get rolling here. My people are probably hungry. They're probably upstairs saying, "Where's my food?" Okay, here's our last card stuff. So we're going to use the Around the Bend bundle, which is my class to go for the month of March. I'm actually really excited about this. When I first got the catalog, I saw this set in there and I thought, I need to have that. And I bought it right away and I never touched it until I did a card for my Big Shot, or my Be a Boss at Home, my Stampin' Cut in a Boss Machine class I did for my gals. And I decided to use this. So this is a card that I did for them, but it's a little bit different. So anyway, there we go. Okay, so where are all my cardstock pieces? Seriously. Did I take them out already? I literally don't even know where they are now. I had them in my hand. I swear I had them in my hand. What did I do with them? Oh my gosh. How is this even possible? Wow. I don't even know what to do here. They were literally in this bucket. I know they were, and now they're not. How is that possible? Did anybody see like paper fly out while I was blabbing? This is terrible. Oh my gosh. We may have to end the class because I don't have the paper. This can't be happening. Did I put it in my stamp case? I don't know. I literally have no idea. I thought I saw it sitting in here. I just thought I grabbed this bucket and I thought I saw all the paper sitting here, but it's literally not here. Oh, I just found it. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this is the card that I made for my girls in the Big Shot class, or Be a Boss at Home class, sorry. We're doing this the exact same card, but different colors. Okay, whew. Oh my gosh, I literally about lost my mind there. Okay, so we're going to use a card base of Bermuda Bay. So here's our Bermuda Bay card base. Here's our inside piece. And then here is our outside piece of Bermuda Bay. And you can see that I have embossed that with one of the Basics 3D embossing folders. It's kind of the scritchy scratchy one. That's what I call it. I don't think that's what it's called. But you can see that it's like scritchy scratchy. So I also did that on a piece of Pacific Point that I'm going to put on the inside of the card. So I'm just going to do that. Oh my gosh, you guys. I literally about had a heart attack. Because I was like, I know I had that. I put it all together in the packet, and then I put the packet somewhere else. Phew. Boy, I tell you. Go back to the lemon card and put on the bee. What bee am I putting on? And I have to preface that by saying, I hate bees. I literally hate bees because they're yellow and black. I don't hate bees because I know they're good. I hate bees because they're yellow and black. And I have a serious PTSD about yellow and black flying insects that I don't have time to get into right now, but I can't do it. I can't put a bee on anything because I hate bees. Okay, so I'm going to add my scritchy scratchy layer to this Bermuda Bay card base. And I think my glue is clogged now. So yeah, that Queen Bee stamp set in the catalog, you won't find that in my stamp room. No, sir. Yuck. Hate them with a passion. Okay. We're going to stick this on here. And some of you have heard my bee horror story before, so some of you already know why I can't stand yellow and black striped flying insects. Even though I know bees are good for the environment and they are helpful and blah, blah, blah. I can't help it because they are yellow and black and they fly. Okay. Yeah, we are just about... Oh, that might be the end. Oh, nope. We're getting close to the end, though. Oh, snakes. Yeah, I can understand that. We actually had a snake in our basement when we moved in here. We moved into this house and we immediately went on vacation because it was our 2-week boating camping vacation. And we came home and I came down here to do laundry and there was literally a snake slithering around on the floor in my laundry room. And we think what happened was the back of our house gets pretty warm. I got a glue booger there. And there is the dryer vent goes up the wall from my basement outside. And we think that he somehow got into the dryer vent and then fell down and then slithered out into the basement. So that was a horrifying story. Okay, then what we have here is we have a piece of white cardstock. It originally measured 3.5 by 4 3/4. So then I did die cut it with this die right here. So what I tried to do was I tried to stick the die so that this pointed leaf was in the corner and that I had equal distance from like the edge of this leaf and the edge of this leaf to that. Okay, so then I die cut it. And then what I did was then I cut it down to size. Okay, so this was the layer that I wanted it to fit on. This is Coastal Cabana, and this is 4 5/8 by 3 3/8. And so all I did was I put this onto my layer of Coastal Cabana and I just kind of eyeballed how much to cut off, and I just kept cutting off bits and bits and bits until it was this size and it would fit on there. Now, I don't know if you can just take a piece of cardstock and cut it to a certain size and have it cut. I don't know, but that's not how I did it. So then I also took a scrap and die cut Pacific Point out of it. Okay. Yeah, you guys are talking about horrors like mice and all that stuff. Yeah, gross. That's how I feel about bees. I literally hate bees with a passion. Okay, so I'm just going to add this with some glue right here. So you can see I just tucked that behind so that I had a little bit more color and fun coming out from underneath there. And then now I can come back in with my glue and actually glue the whole thing down. Okay, so then we're going to kind of put it up there in the corner and then just sort of manipulate it down and hope that it works. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to add some glue to the back sides of these white leaves and attach those because they need to be stuck down too, some of them. Some of them are going to be fine because it'll be like a 3D thing. All right. So then I need to stamp a sentiment on here. I might have screwed up. I probably should have stamped my sentiment first. Don't be like Barb. Stamp your sentiments first, people. Okay. So I actually decided to use the Happy Labels stamp set because I purchased it in clear. I think this is offered in clear and rubber, but I went clear. And you can bend them to your desired. So all I did was kind of lay my stamp on here and I kind of manipulated it so that it was at a nice angle and then I stuck it on there. So now I'm going to ink it up in some Bermuda Bay. Ew, Mary said she found a snake in her craft room. Blech. I know, so many yucky things, you guys. Okay, so we're going to stamp this right along this curvature here. Hopefully I didn't screw up by not doing it first. Oh, yay. Whew. Okay. All is good now. All right. So then this die set also comes with lots of different flowers and leaf pieces. And so I did that cool technique where you put packing tape on your cardstock and then you cut it out. So now all of my pieces are like shiny, like they're embossed. Like here's the back side of the Bermuda Bay. Here's the front side. So they're all shiny, which is super cool. And so I am going to add, I've got some Bermuda Bay leaves here that I'm going to kind of put in the corner, and I'm going to add my flower. And then I've got a Pacific Point flower middle that I'm going to add to the middle. So we're going to decorate this here. So I'm going to add my flower first with a dimensional. So now I need to find my dimensional. Here we go. My dimensionals are over here, clear away from where I need them to be. So yeah, you just basically put packing tape onto your cardstock and then you die cut it. That's all there is to it. It's literally the easiest thing to do, but it is so cool. And I actually had forgotten about it. I did it at Christmas with some ornaments and things. And then I found a piece of polished pink in my drawer here today when I was getting the polished pink pieces out for that fruit card. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm totally doing that again. So here we are. All right, so I'm just kind of going to tuck these underneath my flower here. There we go. And then my little flower middle that I did in, what do I call this? Pacific Point. I'm going to stick in the middle here. So there we go. And that, my friends, is basically it. We're going to add a couple flowers to the inside of the card, but nothing special. And of course, the inside of this card is the same as the inside. Oh my gosh, Katie just gave me a tip. You are such a sweetheart, Katie. Thank you so much. You're awesome. And what did you choose? Oh, that little guy. He's funny. I like him a lot. All right, so we're going to add this. You are so sweet. Okay. So then the front's kind of done. So then the inside, I did kind of opposite, where I have the Bermuda Bay flower, and then I have the Coastal Cabana leaf, and then again the Pacific Point flower center. And I thought I would just kind of throw those on the inside there. So let's do it. Let's add some glue to our leaves. I got too much. So hopefully it doesn't make a mess. I'm trying to squish it around. All right, so I'm going to stick that like so. And then my flower, I'm going to well, I'll just circle it. I'll figure out where I want it after I get it on there, like that. And then finally, I think this glue should work on tape. I mean, I hope so. It won't work right away, but it should eventually stick. Okay. And there it is. Yay! Explain the tip. Right now, since I'm live with you, Connie, in the comment section, there's a little $sign next to where you would type a comment. And if you click on that, you can give me a tip of any denomination, whatever you would like to give. I would appreciate, anything you want to give me is fine, or nothing at all. I'm not saying you have to tip me. But if you want to, that is a way to tip me if you want. So there you go. So thank you again, Katie. I appreciate that. And thank you for asking, Connie. Okay. So I don't know, you guys, I did cut some more of these like little leafy things out of some cardstock. So I don't know if I need to add any more. I kind of think maybe not. No, I'm not going to do it. Okay, so let me bring all the rest of the cards in, and then we can ooh and ah over how amazing they are. So we have this fun card with the Around the Bend, and then we have this fun gatefold card, and then we have our fantastic fruit card. Yay! Oh my gosh, these cards are really good this week, you guys. I'm really impressed with myself, I'm not going to lie. So thank you all so much for watching. Share the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down here if you aren't already. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I'll be back next Thursday. Hopefully I have more cards to share that are amazing. We'll see what happens. Oh, Cynthia, you are such a sweetheart. Thank you so much for the tip. You guys are so nice. Thank you very much. Okay, everybody have a fantastic week, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.